good dude. Please give it up for Matteson Perry.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me. It's very exciting, to be here. There we go. Yeah, this is my first book. It came out last week, and I've been performing here at The Naked Truth for a few years now. Kara is a very early supporter of me, so thank you, Kara. Thanks for having me back to talk about my book tonight. I'm going to tell you a story. It's one of the chapters in the book. So the book, I get dumped at the beginning, and I decide that I should date a lot of people to get over the heartbreak. It's a very simple plan that I recommend. And so this chapter comes from somewhere in the middle, and I get back in touch with a girl I went to high school with. And it wasn't just any girl. It was Michelle Glimmerman. You've probably heard of her. She's the hottest girl in school. So I had a big crush on Michelle in high school. She was pretty and funny and smart, and she smelled great. This was in the heyday of Bath and Body Works, if you remember that shop. There was like 3 per mall for a period in the 90s. And she had a strawberry lotion situation that you could just smell from halfway down the hall, which in retrospect, I'm like, it's a little much, but at the time I was like, this is what a woman smells like. Like strawberry cheesecake, frozen yogurt, I love it. So we had classes together, we got along, we had some of the same friends, but I never told her that I liked her. I never asked her out because in high school, I didn't ask out anybody. As a senior in high school, I had not had a girlfriend, I had not had sex, I had not even kissed a girl. And I was a late bloomer. At 17, puberty had like just started. My junior year, I got a pube. And I was like, here we go, I'm about to be a man. And just like a year later, I was like, this is a fallow field or something. Didn't know this was possible. I weighed like 120 pounds my senior year. I was about 5'2". One of my nicknames in high school was Porcelain Baby Matteson. Because I had this smooth, pale skin. It was like a cherub, and so I looked like the dolls they sell on QVC. So in the hallways, people would sometimes say, for just 3 easy payments of $19.99, you can own your very own Porcelain Baby Matteson. Call now to get the free sun parasol. And so when your nickname is Porcelain Baby Matteson, you're not like, I'm about to get laid. So I never asked out girls. I never thought I had a chance. So I had this friend named Pedro in high school, and he had parties a lot. I'll put parties in quotation marks because none of us drank, and there was never really girls there. So it'd be 5 guys drinking Mountain Dew, playing GoldenEye for Nintendo 64, and figuring out creative ways to fart on each other. These were great parties, is what I'm saying. Really fun. But senior year, we were going to have a different party, different from the normal fart fest that we were used to. His parents were out of town, and his younger sister, who was 2 grades below us, was going to also have friends over. So we were going to have a co-ed sleepover party with real girls. Yeah. One of whom was Michelle Glimmerman. So all the boys are excited, beforehand, like they're like, yeah, I'm gonna get with Kelly, and yeah, I'm gonna get with Diana, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch you get with Kelly and Diana, and just be in the corner with the Doritos. It'll be great. We're all gonna have a good time. Because I was excited to be around girls, but I still had no plans to make a move. So the party started kind of segregated. Everyone's shy, and then we decided to use the hot tub. Pedro's family had a hot tub, and it was a small 4-man hot tub, and there was 11 of us, and we all got into the hot tub. Very little water left in this hot tub. And so girls were sitting on guys' laps, and Michelle Glimmerman ended up sitting on my lap. And for the first time in my life, I was like, maybe there is a God. It's like a staunch atheist, like, you can't make me go to church, Mom. And here I was like, maybe there is a benevolent force in this universe. So she's sitting on my lap, and it's so exciting. You know, I can feel her smooth, hairless legs rubbing against my smooth, hairless legs. It's thrilling. And so I'm excited, but I'm also terrified because I don't want to get a boner. She will definitely feel... So, like, here's how it goes for guys. In the beginning of our life, we spend a lot of time being like, oh, I hope I don't get a boner. It'll be so embarrassing. Then at the end of the life, we're like, oh, I hope I can get a boner. Like, there's a relatively small window in the middle where we're like, I get appropriate boners. This is just when they're supposed to come, they come. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, trying to enjoy it, trying not to have a boner. I didn't get a boner, thankfully. The hot tub experience is great. And I'm like, well, clearly my life's peaked. Obviously, that was a mistake. She just needed a place to sit. I'll go about my life. It's fine. The priesthood will be great. So we go inside, and everyone's sitting around on the floor, and my friend Ron suggests that people give each other massages. Because Ron was that kid in high school, you know, a pervert. He was always figuring out ways to hug girls and massage them. Great guy, but pervert. So people are massaging. Michelle Glimmerman looks right at me and says, do you want a massage? And I say, that I would do. So I guess when I get nervous, I'm like a Britishman from the 1800s. I doff my cap at that offer, milady. But she gets the gist. That's an affirmative answer. And so she's giving me a massage. And I'm thinking of the number 73. Because Ron, you'll remember the pervert, he has cited a statistic that 73% of non-professional massages between men and women result in a sexual interaction. Which we are all adults here and know that is not true at all. But young Matteson was like, this is science. Like, Ron was so specific with this number and so confident, I was like, surely there's a lab in Stanford that's running this massage to hook up experiment. They've finally published in Scientific Frontier, and now we know. So I'm getting a massage, and I'm like, I have a 73% chance of hooking up with Michelle Glimmerman. So then I give her a massage, and we have a great night, everyone's laughing, and then it's time to go to sleep, and everyone finds their places on the floor, and Michelle and I are next to each other, and the lights go out, and I can hear people sneaking off to the bathroom, and blankets shuffling, and I am frozen next to her. All I need to do is make that first move. But doubt creeps into my mind. You know, I'm starting to be like, maybe that was a platonic lap sitting in the hot. Friends do that. Maybe she likes massage. She's passionate about physical therapy. That's all that was. So I want one more sign before I make my move. I want her to tap me on the shoulder, or whisper my name, or hand me a note that says in written express consent, you can kiss me, preferably notarized. You know, if she did any of those three things, I'd be like, I know she's into me. So I'm lying there. No sign comes. Eventually, I can tell by her breathing she's fallen asleep. I do not fall asleep for a long time, just staring at the ceiling, hearing people hook up all around me, just furious at myself for being such a coward, for being so weak, not even trying. And, you know, I was like, well, maybe there'll be another party. Maybe I'll get another chance. But a week later, she started dating a guy named Jack Coleman, who played basketball, who's exactly what you're picturing of a guy named Jack Coleman who plays basketball. Good looking, real jerk. You know, the perfect man for a high school girl. And so I had the wimp, the coward. I'd lost the girl to the jock. I always regretted that. So 13 years later, I'm in the midst of this year of dating, of sowing my wild oats, and I'm like, I'm going to get back in touch with Michelle Glimmerman, and I live in California, and she still lives in Colorado, where I grew up, and I suggest over Facebook that we get together next time I'm home. And she says yes. So we go to dinner. It's great. She still looks great. She's funny. She still smells good. She's like turned down the smell like 4 notches. It's perfect. Still smells great. We have a few drinks. That goes really well. And I'm feeling very confident at this point because I'm in the middle of dating a lot. Guys, I had a pro account on OkCupid, all right? I knew what I was doing. You know what I mean? They don't just give those out. You have to pay $9.99 a month to get them. So I'm like, I'll know what to do. You know, I'm not porcelain baby Matteson at this point. Like, I still have great skin. I look young. So but I'm like porcelain adult Matteson, you know? So I'm feeling good. And she invites me back to her place. And I'm like, yeah, of course. Yeah, baby. And we go back to her place, and she puts on Mad Men on the TV. And we sit down on the couch, and she turns off the lights. And 13 years later, I'm alone next to Michelle Glimmerman in the dark. And I freeze again. I can hear the voice of porcelain baby Matteson. She's like, oh no, what do we do? I just feel like the hair is falling out of my armpit. I've lost 70 pounds. I'm just right back in that place on that floor in Pedro's house 13 years earlier. And how can I kiss the prettiest girl in school? How could porcelain baby Matteson do that? Finally, I'm like, no, you need to do this for porcelain baby Matteson. I take a deep breath. We're gonna get to at least second base. I promise you that, porcelain baby Matteson. And so I waited till the end of the episode because it was a really good episode of Mad Men. You should really, if you want to hook up, put on a 3.5-star movie on Netflix. Don't do Mad Men. So the credits roll, and I go for it. I kiss her, and she kisses me back, and we have this nice night together, and we don't have sex. We just make out, but that seems appropriate for a high school crush, and we talk, and I was like, did you like me? And she's like, yeah. I gave you a lap dance in the hot tub for an hour. I gave you a massage for 90 minutes. That's a combined $300 value. I didn't know what else to do. And when you didn't respond, I just thought you didn't like me. My feelings were actually kind of hurt that night. I went to bed sad. And so in that moment, Michelle Glimmerman, the hottest girl in school, was just Michelle. And in addition to sort of redeeming myself, I realized, everyone in high school, it's kind of a sliding scale of awkwardness. At the time, I'd assumed when girls got boobs, someone gave them a pamphlet and was like, here's how it works. And us guys were just roaming around waiting to get that information. But she was just as scared and naive as I was. And so it was a really nice night, and we lived in different states, so we didn't date again, which was kind of sad. But porcelain baby Matteson finally touched a boob. So it was a great night. That's my story. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.